Welcome, welcome. We are, we're gonna try to make a design, a vintage wrestling t-shirt style design for Oteil. And I know he likes wrestling. We're gonna see if he wants to use it. So let's try. So right here we got just a regular font, really nothing. And right now we're going to look at some other shirts over here and see what kind of designs there are. There's a lot of stuff like this. It's a lot of the same 90s stuff that you see in a lot of just band t-shirts, really, not even one style, but it's like this kind of half done, not half done, it's just how they did it, but it's like these fonts with these effects and then these epic things that a lot of us see as cheesy now, but there's this beauty to the presentation of it. Look at that. Know your role. So yeah, I'm just wondering, what are we gonna do here? We gotta find some pictures of Oteil and then kind of work around those because the movement kind of exists there. And man, I'm gonna have to do a photo shoot. If he likes this shirt, maybe he'll do a photo shoot one time and to where we can shoot a photo that's for this. Oh, I love that, like a race car design too at the same time. Awesome. Okay, so I'm getting a good idea. Not the world wildlife. So yeah, so it goes with the character, the font, it goes with the character. Ric Flair, the nature bird, so it'd be Oteil from Egypt. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one up here. We gotta find another font, and then we gotta build the arcs and kind of just work from there. And I am gonna be over here on Unsplash, where you can download Egyptian things, and I will be crediting the artist in the description. But yeah, it's look at this. This one looks really 90s. Yeah. And this one, look at that. See that metal texture? It's just not quite there. But there's always this epicness of photo blending and stuff like that. And with Oteil, I think we're gonna go maybe blue and gold kind of vibe. I really want to use photos of him from playing live, but I don't know if I have the approval, but we're gonna design it and we're gonna see if he likes it, because we're just having fun. I do want to get this Egyptian font that's gonna be bold and still make it epic. Let's go ahead though and pull in some pictures. Luckily, I've done a lot of work for him, so I have all these. Have a lot of assets for Oteil, and some of them are even transparent already. Let's see what we got. Ooh, I like that one. That one would be good. And then again, it's so funny because he's such a nice guy, and all the wrestling stuff is oh, I will. So all his stuff's very pleasant, which it's great. Let's see. Here's a couple. This one's really good for a centerpiece. So let's drag this in. I've already got a shadow on it. I'm gonna bring this one up front. That looks a little blurry already. Looks like I made it bigger. All right. We're done. No, we still got a lot to do. I also have this. It's I wish we could take photos that had the attitude, but he's not, maybe his wrestling character would be more like this, and then just wham. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it's I have this other image, but it doesn't look as epic. And I have all these mandalas. All right, let's open up this image that I made for, this is like the loading screen image for when you open up his app. Listen to a little Oliver tree in the background. Hopefully it doesn't ban me for life from YouTube. So there's all these mandalas that are super cool, but I'm trying to wonder, like, are they the right things to put in there? Like, a lot of it's just font and pictures, and then there's some kind of like aspects in between. Like this one's got this shape kind of that he's in. You know, it's just really just like, that's not a real one. It's just like font, and sometimes there's some blending. Maybe I'll like blend the mandala into his face or something cool like that. Oh, we also have this. So I'm gonna put this on the shirt design. Let's see what this is. Put this behind him. It's actually like the mandala that was his album art. Has his like face like 3 times. So that looks pretty cool. I would assume that would be in the back though. Fits more there. Oteil from Egypt, I'm liking that. Let's go ahead and copy this background color. Do it on top, right? We want to get that down, that's good. I'm gonna make another one a little bigger and then change the opacity down on it. Just to smooth it out even a little more. So now we're getting some shape to it, but man, all the work is in the fonts, you know, and let's also see, I want to keep this up just to keep my eye on it. You know, I feel like these fonts are, what do I want to do with this? You know, you kind of want to make him feel big, so you could build like a, I don't know, you could build like a landscape around the bottom. Let's see what this does. Let's copy this so I can save that, so I can put it in the description. Cool. All right. Now this, I want it, let's just subject. Okay, and then let's just do this guy. Just because it's great and blurred out, it makes it way easier than it should be. But also, it's kind of like a perspective, like, what do we really want here? I'm just gonna, I want some symmetry because that is in Oteil's brand, so I'm gonna flip it horizontal, hold shift so it moves it over equally. I'm just going to center up that middle one, you know, as best I can. And then we're going to take both of them and center both of them and get them inside of the font. Cool. Okay, so this is coming pretty far pretty quick. I'm digging it, but there's not really, you know, there's not really any like, oops, I better save it. Not really much going on without the fonts, right? So here at Design a Thing, which is what I just remembered I called this, and I'm gonna give you guys all the project files too. That's kind of part of this. And all the artists whose photos and stuff, that'll all be included in the thing, description below. And you can see the name right there for this first artist, photographer. Now I don't want to go like too crazy and make it like, you know, like dumb, but like I want to see what we can do with the layout because, you know, the, oh, this will look, man, this might be too much. Okay, we're gonna try some things. But I wanna see what we can do with the layout because a lot of this comes down to how you put the effects in and stuff. Oops, okay, so David, which one is that one? Well, I'm gonna download these again so I know who's which one. Omar, okay, there it is. Copy. I don't know which ones I'm gonna use yet, but thank you, Omar. And then I'm going to get this one from Adrian. Thank you, Adrian, for that one. And then, so, like, I don't think I'm going to use that because it's just not going to work centered or anything. All right, now let's see what else we got. Let's open up some of these images. Downloads. All right. And again, I'm just going to do the quick thing, select subject. I don't know where you really click on that. I just, and I'm going to magic wand add some things. Because I want all that. I'm going to get all this. Oh! Okay, that's close enough. Put a mask on it. Shove it behind there. Excuse me. Maybe I did just want it like it gave it to me. How far back can Command Z go? Oops, a little too far. And boom. Okay, so now where do I want this thing? Right, it shouldn't take up too much, but it should have some like I don't know, let's see how happens when we make that symmetrical. Just trying things, folks. Just trying things. Don't be mad at me here. Okay, now we're going to group them so we can center them. Doesn't feel centered. Doesn't look centered with that and that. Oh, it's not. It's moved. Redo it. Need to redo it. There we go. Something like that. Okay, starting to get some stuff. All right, let's group these and let's group these and let's put a drop shadow with that color, right? And then blend. Oh, what's that style? Dissolve? Yeah. So all these things we're going to start dissolving, and what that's going to do, and I'm going to do it here too, is it puts this speckle on things, and I just like what that does for these designs. You know what I mean? And maybe, you know, it might be kind of hard to work with some of these things, but this is what's going to make it awesome. Let's see. Oteil still looks blurry, but that's okay. I'm going to make him look blurry for, just gonna make him look blurry. Because it's gonna look vintage and sharp and cool. Alright, so far I've used 2 of those photos. What else did I have? No, not that one. That one? No. Okay, desktop downloads. Here we go. Use that one. We got Omar's. That's like a big city. Almost looks like too much detail, but let's try this out. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see. I'm just going to just blend some stuff. Oh, that looks crazy, but that's not good for the that's not good for the vibe we're going for. Okay, I'm trying to cut out the background by color blending, not by selection, but it's not going to work. So I'm just going to do this and see what happens, because I do want all that back stuff, but I don't think it's going to work. I just don't. Nope. Okay, let's do. Let's just do this. Okay, that's a lot better. Select inverse, do that. I mean, that's just not really what we want. Nope. I mean, if we go too far, we're just gonna be obnoxious about it, and I think we just need to get into the I think we just need to get into this, and man, we need some like, center that so it stays. Okay, I'm gonna go to, actually I learned this trick from this amazing t-shirt designer guy who does a lot of this vintage style stuff called, you go to, well, I already go to dafont.com, but he showed me something like you can search. How do you do this? New fonts. Okay. More options. 100% free for sure. Man, you could like, he typed it into where you could like sort by, where was it? You could like sort by when they came out, and it just showed like everything from the 2000s. That was tight. But let's see what happens when we type in Egypt. A lot of cool stuff. This looks like something from the 90s and that we could use. Like all this stuff's cool, but it, like, to make this style, oh, that's, ooh. Could be cool. Let's see. Egypt. Like, I love some of this stuff for the design, but, you know, I'm not trying to design like a, I don't know, I'm not trying to design a perfect Egyptian design. This is as if Oteil was a wrestler and that was his name. So let's see, Egypt X, let's see what that does. And then we'll get to the fonts, and that'll be funny, and we're gonna see how far. Looks a little silly, but it really fits the 90s wrestling thing. I don't know why it's necessarily Egyptian, but it just looks like sketched in the, I don't know, I think it's gonna look pretty tight. Okay, so first I'm just gonna work on Oteil, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate the layers so I don't mess anything up, because, oh gosh, heaven forbid, right? Heaven forbid. Okay, so we got that, Egypt X by Manfred Klein. Okay, let's look at his thing here. Let's give him a shout out. Did he do all these? No way. But you know, I've always wanted to do fonts. Okay, good job, Mr. Klein. Okay, Undertaker, that's cool. Like, look at that design. Okay, so anyway, we need to take this and we need to turn it into a smart object first of all. I'm going to duplicate this, close that one. Then I'm going to see if this lets me warp it how I really want to. Maybe. Right, Oteil. Should we make it feel like even bigger? No, let's not do that, but let's do that. I like that. You know, another thing that we can do is move these down. It makes it kind of feel more like it rounds out around it. You know what I mean? So that feels a little more superior if you ask me. So let's go ahead and let's stick with that. Let's stick with that. I kind of like that. Let's do the same here, duplicate it, turn into a smart object. You might ask, why would you turn to a smart object and then do that? Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to be safe here because I don't like losing stuff. Okay, now how do we want to warp this one? I'd say we want to bring everything down a little bit, even this one, and then bring this down. Because you want it to kind of feel like oof, and the left, it's like ah, oof, ah, oof. Don't forget that. Yeah, I think that I think that's pretty good right there. Now we're gonna move it up a little bit, maybe a little bit bigger. Or maybe move these face pyramid, which is called something. Pyramids. Just go down a little, just actually it should really just that needs to go down. Let's see here. It's a little smaller, make the face pyramids a little smaller. That probably have an actual name. We're getting there. Center everything. There we go. Boom. And then you need to put something, either just some shading. Let's go down to more like that. And we're gonna make this blending options that kind of dissolve so you can see what this looks like. Right, so we can really just for a little bit of depth there. And some people might say, Jimmy, there's easier ways to do that. You're probably right. Let's see if we dissolve this, if that, nice, it's a little purple and it does that. All right, so we're getting the shapes. We'll get the color and everything here in a bit. I'm liking it, but let's find out to this font. I want to figure out this here font, kind of style it up. A lot of them have like, I'm gonna go from scratch here. You know, usually I look up a video and kind of see what someone did, but I'm just gonna try to figure this out, right? And it might be horrific. It might be horrific. Okay, first let's go ahead and do a gradient overlay. Right, and let's do this. See, I want it to be like kind of like, actually let's do this blue, like kind of like ozone, like scarab. So it's rich like that. Okay. These colors are way off from what I thought it was gonna be. All right, so there's less purple, but there's more dark blue. It's got like dark to light. Okay, so I dig that. Line with layer so that you can see it all. It needs to be linear and the volume needs to go up. So dark on the bottom, there we go. Okay, and remember I'm in the beginning phases of this and I usually suck really bad. Oh, that looks kind of cool. I usually suck really bad at this stuff. So, like, wow, that looks weird. So like, give me a break, all right? Let's see what this does. Rounds it off, maybe? That's like weird. There's more round. Okay, that's like rounded. I mean, these look kind of cool, but it's not really the vibe I'm going for. So what if we round it? Jeez, this is really confusing. Soft. All right, let's turn that off for a little bit. Jesus, that's insane. Okay, I do want to do an inner shadow from the stroke. There we go. Okay, so it looks like that's going back a little bit. Now on this stroke, I want to do a little bit bigger one that's maybe a little bit lighter on the outside. No, I don't. I do need a pattern overlay. Pattern overlay doesn't work with the okay, it's not exactly what we want yet. It's not even close. But you know, trying to get this 90s vibe, huh? Okay. So teal and shadow. Bug. Freaking bug. Alright, so it's starting to kind of have that vibe, right? It's not really there yet, but it's starting to have that vibe. And I think that from Egypt actually needs to change a little bit more. I don't know. Trying not to take all day on this, trying to have fun, but we know that this font is not what it is. So I'm also going to duplicate the body there. And I'm going to go ahead and merge it. And then I'm going to put filter. I'm gonna blur it a little bit. I'm gonna sharpen it. I just search these effects a lot of the time. That's a little too VHS-y. I blur it and then I sharpen it, and I love what that does. Because you like you blur it so you like take away data, and then you're like, do this, and it gets really confused. But it creates a cool. I love it. Honestly, I just need to do an adjustment layer. Can I do these? Heck, I don't know. All right, let's get these fonts right. You know what I'm saying? Let's work on this. Let's work on what's in our control. So I do want to duplicate this layer, right? And I'm going to take off everything but the stroke. Actually, I'm going to take away the stroke. So it's literally just the white. But you can't see the shadow. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to overlay some type of like paper texture, maybe if I have one in my files. And maybe try to make it kind of look like stone. I bought a bunch of big texture packs somewhere. Alright, this is the one I don't really like this song, so I'm going to skip it. Alright, you know what? Let's say we could put this stuff in there, but it's just not going to look right. It just needs to be more like texture. Looks tight. That looks cool. Ooh, that would be nice to put behind him. Beautiful. Alright. I think some texture like that would look good inside. So let's just see what this texture looks like. Right. Let's just try something like file. Actually, I'm just going to open in Photoshop. Then I'm going to define a pattern, I guess. It's like this, and just see what happens. I don't. It's funny, I don't know where to find anything. I only know how to search a lot of these, which makes me kind of laugh. All right, so let's take those off. I just defined a new pattern, so let's see let's see if it works. What we got here? This new pattern. Okay, might look terrible. Let's see what happens. Yeah, like if I want something, I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but it does take away like, okay, well let's blend, what if we blend that? Huh. What if it was just black and white, right? Okay, now why is it covered up? That was this turned down. And the pattern overlay was regular. Hey, we're just trying stuff, okay. We're just trying stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. Heck, you think I know what I'm doing? Let's see. Let's also try this, right? We can go threshold. Okay. Then we can define pattern. Let's see what happens over here. Gradient. But if we mix this one with just the white, I know there's a way to do that. Maybe it doesn't work the same. I'm new. What to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. Okay, well, let's go ahead and put some, let's go ahead and put some like distressed textures. Let's see, which one should I do? Paper, dirty surface, grain, photo, vector grunge. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Okay, now let's look at what we want to do with the body, because maybe we want to do a gradient map, I think is what you call it. Yep. And then maybe we could do something obvious. Okay, well, that's not what we want. We want dark on this side, obviously. And we want a lighter brown on this side. That's maybe too yellow. Okay, we do kind of gold like that. Okay. I also got some, alright. Alright, alright. Okay, we have some grunge textures here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. And these textures, I'm just going to clipping mask them and color overlay this color. Yeah, that's not really what I'm looking for necessarily. That doesn't look bad. But then it's like, maybe these aren't really what I'm wanting. Transform to 150, copy, paste it over here. I don't know. See, we're getting somewhere. Hey, we're getting somewhere. I just gotta figure out this font. I mean, that's what ties it all together, right? I'm trying to make this epic vintage shirt. You know what? I'm gonna go grab some more coffee. I'm also talking as if there are any viewers. Alright, I'm going to get coffee. Just in the other room. Get this freaking mic thing. All right. All right, what are we doing here? Heavens to Betsy. Okay. Okay. Well, we're not exactly where I want to be at, but you know. Heck. We're somewhere. We're somewhere. A couple things. I want this to look better. For one, I want the outside to look more shiny. So how do I do that? Remember, I'm not the best, and I'm just trying to get good at this bevel and emboss thing. Oops, wrong one. Okay, that's a little crazy, don't you think? Chisel, what's smooth look like? Ooh. Okay, no, we're just not looking for that. Okay, that's starting to look like a, let me go in here a little bit. Let's look at that blurry Oteil. Okay, so do I not want the stroke and then I want to work on this? This inner bevel. Green, let's go really bright yellow with that maybe. Is that what I want? Go like gold with this? Is that what I want? See, I don't think that's what I want to do. Unless I create a real bevel. Alright, let's try this. I'm going to try a little. Probably not a good way to do this. Actually, definitely not a good way to do this. Well, okay. Now I'm just trying to guess. Which isn't probably the best texture. No, I don't want that. Do want contour on it. So that's inside of the stroke. That's the whole thing. And then your gradient overlay though. It looks like a stroke. Then what do I do? Okay, then I just go over here and I click here and maybe I need this bevel emboss to be outer. Then I need this to be that. Okay. Okay. Getting somewhere with that border. Still looks a little cheesy, which is kind of what I want. Well, let's see if we can do a regular bevel. Pillow emboss, stroke emboss. Hey guys, I'm learning, okay? I'm learning. Looks like we want maybe outer bevel. We want outer bevel. Let's keep it smooth. Let's keep it smooth. Let's keep the depth big. Down, what's that look like? No, I want it to go that way, for sure. Okay, that looks groovy though. Not what we're looking for, man, it does look groovy. So I guess that needs to be the same size as the stroke, which is 32. Maybe. Hey, I'm learning here too. Soften. Glass contour. I don't remember what it was on at first. That. Shading. Structure. Okay, now what do I do? Another bevel and emboss? I can only do one. Okay. Alright, okay. Man, he's blurry there. What else are we gonna do? Oh, another thing we're gonna do is we're gonna extrude this as a 3D layer. Actually, you know what? Let's do that pattern overlay and just see what the fuck happens. Because we're crazy. Not that one though. The blue just pops. Like that blue pops, dude. The wood does not work for this. That is just too straightforward. Let's go, yep. And then, okay. Now we're going to, we have this same image. Oh, that's before it was shaped. So let's duplicate this layer. Right, and then let's take off all these effects. So all we have there is just that, and then we have one with all the effects on top, right? So with this, we're going to, it's already a smart object. We're going to do a 3D thing, I think is what you, extrude to 3D. Man, where the heck is it? New 3D extrusion from selected layer. Let's see if it works. Alright, didn't really work. Let's see what happens though. Alright, that looks pretty good in itself. If you can see. Oh wow, you can do little deals. Whoa. Just gotta know where the light is, maybe. Whoa. Okay. This is interesting, guys. This is interesting. 3D extrusion. Create. So it's working. I just want it to be deeper. Boundary constraint. Where are these at? How do I edit these? Okay, I like that. Oteil. Okay, now it's even let me go. Like more epic. Now I just want to make the depth longer. That's what I want. I thought the shadow would do that. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. Ah, no, that's not the same because I moved it. Ah, because it's shifted back a little bit. I would not suggest doing it like this, but I'm just, getting the job done here. Okay, I kind of like that, and then we're gonna mask this though, because we can't have all of that. Right. I mean, come on, and we're also gonna freaking do some of this. Okay, that looks pretty epic. Not gonna lie, but I think I want to make it I'm almost at an hour. I told myself I wouldn't go over that and try to design that this dang crap in an hour. Let's see what happens. Alright, now we need to do something to kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, let's copy the layer style here and let's put it on here first. Probably not any different. And then I think I want to go here and put a gradient overlay. No, gradient map. So layer, no adjustment layer, gradient map. Okay. Yeah, I just want to make that black and white. I guess I need to rasterize 3D. Then this could go onto that. Oh wow, that's not working. Maybe the sunbuck's just having a hard time loading. Anyway, I kind of want to roughen up this stuff, but it's at least getting to like somewhere where I can dig it, you know. Yeah, let's man, I like it, but it's just not quite there. It's really not. And I am also going to go to this CD cover and do a color overlay of this color. Let's see if that works. Man, my computer ain't liking me right now. So I did that 3D layer. All because I did a 3D layer, huh? Well, hot dog, y'all. Don't you love it when your stream ends because your computer can't handle it? Thank you again. Well, I hope this shit saves. I hope I don't lose it all, and I will update you guys, and I'll make a video on if Oteil wanted to use this design, and I will also update you on the changes made. So this was stream number 1. Who knows what I'm going to do number 2? Maybe it's in 6 weeks. Maybe it's tomorrow. Peace.